book lovers, welcome back to my channel. Happy June and happy summer to those of you in the northern hemisphere. For today's video, I have my summer TBR to share with you all. These are all the books that I'm hoping to read in the next few months. I think I only have like one actual summer romance on this TBR. For some reason, I just don't really feel like reading summer or beachy reads during summer. But anyway, before I get into all the books, I do want to share the sponsor for today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Megan Quinn and her brand new release, Royally in Trouble. Royally in Trouble is a sequel to Royally Not Ready, which came out last year. In that first book, Lily, the heroine, she is living her best life in Florida until the hero shows up. He is a handsome stranger who tells her that she is the last remaining heir to a royal family of a nation that's just above the British Isles. So in book one, she decides to give the princess thing a try. This means she gets a lot of royal training, including a lot of up close and personal hot time with Keller. The two finally get engaged and get their happily ever after. Royally in Trouble picks up with their wedding planning, and Lily's grandfather, the king, he is insisting that they abide by every royal tradition, which means that Lily and Keller have to be celibate until their wedding. So if you're interested in a hilarious new twist on the royal romance trope, check out this duet from Megan Quinn. Book one is Royally Not Ready, and book two is the brand new release, Royally in Trouble. I'll leave a link down below for you to check them out. A big thank you to Megan Quinn for sponsoring today's video. Okay, on to my summer TBR. I'll start off with some new and upcoming releases. The first book on my TBR is a book that is coming out really soon. It's probably gonna be already out by the time I post this video, but I do have an arc of it. I am starting it hopefully later today. It is Keep Her Safe by QB Tyler. I am a huge QB Tyler fan. I always have so much fun reading her books, and this one is a bodyguard romance. The hero is the heroine's bodyguard. She is this famous celebrity, which is why she needs a bodyguard. We also have an age gap here, so it's like a double forbidden romance between him being her bodyguard and him being so much older than her. QB Tyler always delivers when it comes to this theme, so I have no doubt that this one is going to be crazy hot. I have no idea what surprises she has in store for this one, but I can't wait. She is such a queen when it comes to taboo and forbidden romance. Next on my TBR is Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. Every time I have read a Catherine Center book, it goes straight onto my best of the year list. She is just so freaking good. I love her writing, and I love the romances in her books, even though the romance isn't really the focus of the story. Even though her books aren't super romance heavy, they still work so well for me. So I am definitely excited to get to her new book. This one sounds so unique and interesting. The heroine gets diagnosed with face blindness after she gets into an accident, which does cause problems because she is a portrait artist. So because of her condition, she can't remember faces anymore. I've never come across this in books. I've only, heard about it in like an old psychology class. So I'm very curious to read about it in a book. It also sounds like there might be a love triangle from what the blurb says, so we'll see how that goes, but I do have high hopes for this one. And then the one summer book on my summer TBR is The Summer Girl by Elle Kennedy. This is part of her Avalon Bay series, and I know the series is not Elle Kennedy's best, okay? I know it, but I still love her as an author, and I will be reading this third book. I at least did like book two from last year, so I'm hoping this one works as well. This one sounds like it's gonna be the perfect summer read. It's set in this small beach town. It's new adult. The heroine goes back home for the summer for the first time in years, and all she wants is a summer fling. The hero is the town's golden boy, and he's also a sailing instructor, so just adding on to that summerness, that summer vibe. But instead of these two starting up a fling, he ends up friend zoning her, so it's a friends to lovers summer romance. And then one of my most anticipated reads of the summer of the whole year is Resonance Surge by Nalini Singh. This is book 7 in the Side Changeling Trinity series. We're also at book 22 in the whole Side Changeling world, and oh my gosh, you guys, I am so ready to be back with the bear changelings. I freaking love them in Silver Silence, which is the first book in the Side Changeling Trinity series. I adored them. They are party animals, literally. They're so funny, so entertaining, and just the perfect match for like the cold, stoic size. So we're getting a bear and Psy pairing here, and we're also getting a side romance, a side MM romance. That couple was introduced a couple books ago. I don't remember exactly when, but I have been really wanting them, so I'm glad we're getting them in Resonance Surge. It's gonna be a 2-in-1 romance, which some authors can do well, some others don't, but I believe in Nalini Singh. Also, if you are a Nalini Singh fangirl like I am, she is going to be joining me on my channel next month in July to celebrate this new release. I'll post details about it on my Instagram, but I cannot wait. And then the last upcoming release on my summer TBR is The Blonde Identity by Ali Carter. You guys, this book is the adult version of the Gallagher Girls series, which was literally my childhood. I love that series to death. I've reread the Gallagher Girls series so many times. I also love Ali Carter's High Society series. And now, over 15 years later, which is so crazy when I'm a full-grown adult, she's written an adult spy romance for me and all the Gallagher girlies from way back when. The only sad thing about this one, though, that I've heard is that it's not going to be that steamy, which does make me cry inside, but I'll get over it. So this is a spy rom-com where the heroine wakes up with amnesia. People are trying to kill her because they think that she is her twin sister, who is this rogue spy. The hero is a fellow spy. He is a grumpy one and the only one who can save her. It sounds like so much fun, and I'm really hoping that it lives up to my love for the Gallagher Girls series. I don't think we're getting it, but can you imagine cameos of Cam and Zach and the whole gang in this book? I would literally pass out, but I won't have too high expectations about that, at least. And then for the rest of my summer TBR for books that have already released, this one just came out. It's The Crown of Oaths and Curses by Bree. I read the 2 prequel novellas a couple weeks ago, so I am ready to dive into this one. It's the first full-length book in the Mortal Fates series, which is Bree's MF fantasy romance series. It's got enemies to lovers between a witch heroine and a fae hero. The hero is known as the Savage Prince, and he's the heir to one of the kingdoms in this world. It's also fated mates, which is going to be super fun because, you know, they're supposed to be enemies. This is the first book in a trilogy, so 3 books. Normally I like to wait, especially when it comes to, you know, fantasy series, but it's Bree. I love her and her Bonds That Tie series, so I can't wait. And then I'm finally gonna be reading Lassiter by J.R. Ward. We have been waiting so long for Lassiter to get his book and his Happily Ever After, and it's finally here and I still haven't read it. Do I have high hopes for this one? Kind of. Unfortunately, the Black Dagger Brotherhood series has gone downhill for a while. There isn't really that BDB spark from the beginning anymore. We're already at 21 books and I haven't really loved the series since maybe book 12, though I did give a random 5 stars to book 17. I don't remember why, but apparently I loved it. So the latest books in the series haven't really been the best, but it's Lassiter, so I'm really hoping that J.R. Ward gives him the book that he deserves. I have no idea what's happening in this book. I don't really remember what's been going on plot-wise, but we'll just see how this goes. Next on my TBR is The Wrong Bride by Katharina Maura. I am a little nervous to read this one, actually. As much as I love Katharina Maura, I have been binging so many of her books this year. The Wrong Bride is her biggest book in terms of popularity, and people either love this one or they hate this one. It seems very polarizing, and it's the kind of romance where the hero is with the heroine's sister first. It's not my favorite thing to read in my romances. I don't know if you can call it a trope, but if it is one, then it's my least favorite trope. So the plot here, the heroine's sister doesn't show up to her own wedding to the hero, so the heroine takes her place as the bride and marries the billionaire hero. She, of course, has been in love with this guy for a very long time in unrequited love. This is also not my favorite thing to read either, so it does have a lot of things going against it, but I do love Katharina Maura, and I'm hoping this one doesn't disappoint. And then I'm very excited to read The Wrong Move by Liz Tomforde. I read her earlier for the first time this month. I read Mile High. I have a video coming out with that one soon. I really enjoyed that one, but I know people are obsessed with this second book. I think it's like a general consensus that The Right Move is better than Mile High. Everyone loves Ryan Shea, who is the hero in the second book, and I mean, I liked him in book 1, so I'm excited to get to his book. He's an NBA player and he fake dates his sister's best friend. We have all the good tropes here, so I really hope I love it as much as everyone else does. I'm definitely going to be reading this one very soon. Another recent release that I need to get to is Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. This is the second standalone in the A Vine Mess series. It's the standalone sequel to Secretly Yours, which I had so much fun with. This one I'm excited about because it has the marriage of convenience trope. I think this might be the first time that Tessa Bailey has written a marriage of convenience. She's written so many books, so many different tropes, but this might be her first marriage of convenience, which is exciting. It's also enemies to lovers. The heroine, who is this Napa heiress, she does not like her new husband. He's just taken over a vineyard, but he needs money in order to take care of it, which is why they have a marriage of convenience. The heroine here is the sister of the hero from book 1. So we have a marriage in name only. They are forced to live together as roommates. It sounds like it's going to be some good Tessa Bailey fun. And then the final book on my summer TBR is a fantasy romance. I'm hoping to get to The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I've finally decided to get to reading this author because I've heard all the things about her, but I haven't tried her yet. Everyone raves about her books and I keep hearing about this one, this series specifically. I barely even know what this fantasy romance series is about, but I did read the blurb and we do have a vampire hero, so I'm sold. There's also some epic tournament that the main characters participate in, so they are competitors. So this summer I'm going to be reading Carissa Broadbent for the first time. I am working on a fantasy romance video. I don't know when that's coming out. It just depends on when I can get to these fantasy romance books. And that is it for my summer TBR. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have read any of these books, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you're excited for any new upcoming releases this summer, let me know about them. As always, links to all the books will be down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!